Hey guys, what's going on? It's Carl here, back with another video. And a question that I always get asked either at social media or even in class in school is, I'm getting a new laptop, a new MacBook, which one should I get? Okay, so there's a couple different options you can go here. You know that Apple just released the brand new MacBook Air and the brand new MacBook Pro, the 2015 models. They also have a new MacBook coming out. It's labeled the new MacBook, and it's coming out April the 10th. In this video, I'll take a look at the Pro and the Air, and of course, when the new MacBook comes out, I'll update this video, but I think it comes down to three different things: price, portability/weight, as well as performance. So let's take a look. So the most important thing in my opinion, of course, is price. Without obviously money, you can't buy one of these, and they aren't exactly the cheapest laptops you'll come across. The MacBook Air, $1,000. The MacBook Pro, $1,249. Of course, these prices will vary where you live, and you can choose to upgrade your models, add more storage, have a faster processor, and naturally the price will increase also. We're taking a look at base models here, just keep that in mind. And if you choose to fully trick out your models, the MacBook Air will run you $1,749, whereas the MacBook Pro will cost you a whopping $2,699. Next off is portability and size, and at first glance you might not be able to tell the difference between both of these laptops, but once you open them up there are a couple differences. The MacBook Pro has the black bezel, whereas the MacBook Air has the silver bezel. Personally, I'm leaning towards the MacBook Pro side. Shape-wise, the MacBook Air is a wedge shape, whereas the MacBook Pro is the traditional rectangular shape, and this of course leads to overall weight savings on the MacBook Air side. It weighs in at 2.96 pounds compared to the 3.48 pounds on the MacBook Pro. And personally, I own the 15-inch Retina MacBook Pro, and that's around 4.5 pounds. And I never thought the extra pound and a half or two would be heavy, but over the past couple years when I've owned it, it does make a difference. When I lug it around to class, say I'm just carrying it around, I brought it to CES, and there are times when I wish I actually had the MacBook Air. But if portability is a high priority on your list, I would definitely consider getting the MacBook Air. Another thing to consider, maybe this ties in with design for ports, the MacBook Air has a Thunderbolt USB 3 SD card slot. The MacBook Pro USB 3 HDMI SD card slot on one side. On the other side, they both have the charging connector. MacBook Air, another USB, the headphone jack, whereas the MacBook Pro has two extra Thunderbolts, a USB 3, as well as the standard headphone jack. Okay, on to the good stuff. Performance. As I mentioned, both of these are the base models. The MacBook Pro has 8 gigs of RAM with the 2.7 gigahertz i5. The MacBook Air, 1.6 gigahertz i5 with 4 gigs of RAM. On the Geekbench scores, you can see that the MacBook Pro naturally beats out the MacBook Air, but in real-world performance, the MacBook Air is perfect for most users out there. Browsing the net, word processing, launching a few apps, I think the MacBook Air will do more than enough. The MacBook Pro, really you only need it if you're into video editing. You're using programs like Illustrator, Photoshop, you might use Premiere or Final Cut Pro. Yes, I think the MacBook Pro would be a wise choice. But does the MacBook Air suck at video editing? No, you can definitely edit 1080p video. 4K, you might be pushing it, but if you're already shooting in 4K, I'm assuming you can already afford the upgrade to the MacBook Pro. And of course, if you are still really on the fence, not too sure, there are a few more features that might push you over the edge. The MacBook Pro does have the Retina display. That's 2560 by 1600, whereas the MacBook Air is only 1440 by 900. Difference number 2 is the new MacBook Pros have the Force Touch trackpad. That's also coming to the new MacBook lineup, and it's essentially a trackpad that provides you with haptic feedback. It vibrates a bit, pushes back on your finger, and I don't think this feature is a deal breaker, and I can see this one coming to the next generation of MacBook Airs. So that was my quick comparison of the 2015 MacBook lineups, and once again that was the Air against the Pro. And just remember, when the new MacBook comes out, I'll have a quick comparison of those, and I'll try to grab all three colors. There's the gold, space gray, and traditional aluminum. I know people love their color comparisons, but if you guys have any other comments or feedback on what made you decide to get either the Air or the Pro, leave that down below in the comments, and that will hopefully help out some people that are still on the fence. If you found this info useful or this video useful, smash that like button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more sweet content, and I will catch the rest of you in my next episode. Peace.